Welcome to It's Your Business, a program designed to highlight our local small businesses. I'm your host, Veronica Douglas. Did you know that certifying your business can help you gain access to government contracts? Certified businesses could take advantage of special government programs, including increased access to government contracting opportunities that can help them grow quicker. In today's episode, we will focus on the small business certification that can be obtained through the Metropolitan Transit Authority of Harris County, also known as Metro. Joining us today is Shurronda Murray, Manager of Outreach with Metro. Shurronda assists small and disadvantaged businesses with contract opportunities, business development, technical assistance, and certification. She is responsible for providing external relations and outreach for the Department of Procurement and the Office of Economic Business Opportunity. Shurronda received her Master's of Certification as a Certified Contract Administrator from the American Contract Compliance Association and Morgan State University and has received numerous awards. In 2022 and 2023, she received the Award of Merit from the Greater Houston Business Procurement Forum. In 2020, Shurronda won Advocate of the Year from the Women's Business Enterprise Alliance, and in 2020, she brought home the Helping Hand Award from the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council. Shurronda has been employed by Metro for over 30 years. I am so excited to have her on today. Welcome, Shurronda. Thanks for coming on to our program.
Thank you so very much for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us more. What is your passion? What makes you tick?
Wow, really? Helping people is a passion of mine. So that's something that helps me tick, gets me started. Just knowing that I have this feeling of knowing that I've helped somebody. When they walked away from me, their lives were made a little bit better because I was able to assist them with something.
And so, as we said in the intro, you have been with Metro for 30 years. That is quite a long time. Can you tell us a little bit about Metro?
Yes, well, as you know, Metro is Houston's transportation agency as it relates to transportation services. And so a great organization to be a part of. And so our goal is to move people safely from one spot to the next. And we're not just transportation as far as just moving, driving buses, but we're building roads. We're giving contracting opportunities, whatever a home needs, Metro needs for Service Plus. So yes, we're a leading transit agency, but we have so many umbrellas under the word transit agency as it relates to Metro.
And what is your role within Metro?
I am the outreach manager, manager of outreach for Metro's Office of Economic Business Opportunity, formerly known as Metro's Office of Small Business. And we're still in the trenches. That's what we do. We're in the trenches, making sure that there are opportunities for small minority-owned businesses. We don't do minority certifications, but it's all inclusive. If you're a small business, you can do work with Metro.
So why is your role important to an agency like Metro?
It's very important because number one, small businesses, a lot of businesses don't know that there are opportunities to do business with Houston Metro. And so my role is to make sure that I'm out in the public, make sure that I'm blasting opportunities to different organizations to inform their members that Metro has opportunities in so many different industries of work, perhaps that they can benefit from. At Metro, we have 4 different industries that we do provide services in, and those industries are general services, construction, professional services, which includes A&E, and supplies and equipment. So if a firm does any of that, and I'm sure if there are firms listening today, you fit in one of those categories, you have an opportunity to do business with Houston Metro, and I'm your advocate in the trenches fighting for you making sure goals are being placed on contracts where you will have an opportunity as a small business to do business with Houston Metro.
So let's talk a little bit about certification. Is Metro a certification agency?
Yes, we are. We are one of 3 certifying entities, and we have our own certification program because we have so many opportunities within Metro itself. And also the good thing about Metro certifications, for partners such as yourself accept our certifications. That's Houston Community College, Port Houston, Houston First, and Fourth being ISD. They all accept Metro certification.
And what type of certification does Metro offer?
Metro offers a small business enterprise certification, and as stated a little earlier, our anyone can participate in our program, even Caucasian males. The difference is the owner's personal net worth cannot exceed a certain amount, so that can kick you out. Making sure your personal net worth does not exceed $1.32 million, or your side standards in the area which you're being certified for doesn't exceed the side standards dollar value or people value, according to SBA side standards. Sorry about that.
So essentially, any business can qualify for the certification as long as they meet the size standard. It's not race and gender neutral.
Right. Metro's program is race and gender neutral. Okay. Our program is a race and gender neutral program. We're not a race conscious. We're race and gender neutral, meaning anybody can participate as long as their personal network does not exceed, like you said, the side standards and the SBA guidelines.
So is certification required to do business with Metro?
It is not. Certifications are not required to do business with us. However, if you are a small business, we really encourage you to get certified because we realize that sometimes our contracts are really too big sometimes for small businesses to be the prime. So that's why we fight really hard to make sure we place goals on the contracts, giving the small business an opportunity. So yeah, you do not have to be certified to do business, but if I were you and I was a small business, I would really work on getting certified. So if you can prime any of our work, be a small business, a large business, if you can prime the contract, you don't have to be certified. However, the reason we encourage certifications is because if there is a small business goal placed on the contract, that goal must be met by a Metro certified small business or a DBE, meaning a disadvantaged business enterprise.
So the benefits of having that Metro certification are, it can be used at other agencies such as myself. It allows you the opportunity to participate as a subcontractor with the Metro program. What about as a prime? It also allows them that?
Also as a prime. But as stated, if you're a prime, you don't have to be certified to do business. The certifications come when there are goals placed on the contract and they have to be met by a small business. So we encourage big businesses to do business with us as well as small businesses to do business with us.
And so what does the application process look like? Is this something that can be done online?
Yes, thank you, Veronica. Metro certification process, our application is 100% online. So the application is online. We're quick. It's a 30-day process and sometimes sooner, pending you give us all the information we need. Sometimes we can get you done in 2 weeks. It depends on the load, but it is a 30-day process. And we're quick, efficient.
That you are. I know I send all of our local businesses here to Metro to get certified because it helps them here with us to receive points on the projects. They can receive an extra amount of points for being certified. And then if they subcontract out to another certified small business, they receive additional points. So there's a real benefit to getting this certification at your agency as well as mine. So what happens if somebody is denied certification? Is there an appeal process, or how do you handle it if they apply for certification and they're denied?
If they're denied, it's either because they're too big. They're too big. Their personal network is too big, or they graduated out their size industry is too big. And so, but if they want to combat that or, have a question about it, we meet with them and show them, give them proof that this is our program. You cannot exceed a certain amount and you did, or your industry size cannot exceed a certain amount, and it did. And so we thank you for doing, wanting to get certified, but that does not stop a person from doing business with us. So we encourage them to know that even if you may be too big to do business with us as a small business, you can come on and do business with us as a prime.
And so once someone obtains the certification, how long is the certification valid for?
Good question. All certifications are free of charge. That's number one. Number two, it lasts for 3 years. Our certifications are good for 3 years. So every 3 years, you have to recertify for the program.
And so I guess you'll send out a message after the 3-year, close to the 3-year mark, and the individual's business would go back online and refill out the application just to make sure that they're still within those size standards.
That's correct. That's correct. What happens is prior to your certification expiring, we'll send you a 30-day notice, a 60-day notice, and a 90-day notice. So I guess backwards, 90, 60, and then 30. So we send out 3 different notices prior to your certification expiring. So we give you enough time to come on back and get recertified with us. And recertification is much, much more simpler than certification. We ask for less documents, but we definitely still need to make sure that you meet the qualifications. So we still ask for your personal net worth statement. You still have to fill that out for us and sign our affidavit.
So what type of goals does Metro typically put on their procurements?
Well, most of our procurements, Metro put 35% small business goals on our contract. And that's why we encourage you, the small business, to come on and get certified. If you are certifiable, come on and play with us. Because the more firms we have certified in our database, the higher the goals can be placed on the contract. Let me give you an example. We will always place a 35% small business goal on construction, janitorial services. That hands down, there will always be a 35% small business goal because we have so many small businesses certified in our database to do those in those industries. However, if we're looking for rail ties, because we also have rail now, we're looking for rail ties, the ties that on the train that is called rail ties. We'll never place a goal on that contract because we don't have small businesses in our database that are certified to do rail ties. So that's kind of a prime example of when we say most part, we will place a 35% small business goal on all eligible contracts. Some are not eligible.
And who develops those goals? Is it your office, or is it the procurement office, or is it kind of a collective agreement?
Good question. It's our office, our compliance office, our director of OEBO. He does the goal setting. He determines the goal setting. And that last stated, it plays a part with us going through our database, making sure we have, the capacity in the databases.
And so what if a prime contractor is not certified? How can he locate a certified small business?
Good question. That's one of the good reasons we tell small business, come on and get certified with us, because also once you're certified, one of the perks is we automatically put you in the database. And when prime contractors are looking for small businesses, that database is made available to them. And so we cannot tell them who to choose, but let's say we have a construction project. So what we do is tell them, this is the database, and in here you just put in the word construction, and all of the certified construction firms pop up. We can't tell you who to use, but you use somebody from this list.
So Shurronda, what if a small business is named as a subcontractor on a project and they actually do not receive any work from the prime? Who can they reach out to for assistance?
They reach out to our office. Actually, we pride ourselves for being the police of compliance. If a small business is placed on a contract, you can rest assured we monitor that contract from cradle to grave. Every now and then we can, miss something. And if we do, if that small business is not being utilized, they bring that to our attention, and we make sure that the prime use them before the contract dollars run out. So if you are a small business and that happens to you, please reach out to us sooner than later, because with all the dollars are gone, there's nothing that we can do. But for the most part, we really try to monitor that. But as stated, anything could happen.
And Metro, you guys have a robust training and development program for the small businesses here. It's called Metro SBU. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right. So when our name changed, our workshop title changed as well. So we're called Metro University now, So it's MBU, Metro Business University. And we, on a monthly basis, we have workshops at least twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month, because we want to make sure that small businesses are not just willing to do business with Metro, but they are also able. So what we do is try to give the tools needed to make sure that businesses are successful when doing business with Houston Metro. And we find that if a person can do business with Houston Metro, then they can do business easily with Houston Community College, Port Houston, because our goal is not just to see you working at Metro. We want to see you working, even if it's with some of our partners. It's like a HCC who accept our certification.
So are these training opportunities free?
Absolutely free. They are free. They're most of the times in the morning from 10 to 11:30. And every now and then we have a 9 o'clock one, because there's so much information that has to be shared. And as a matter of fact, we have a couple of workshops that's coming down the pipe. Like tomorrow, we actually have a workshop if you are a prime or a small business that's wanting to be a prime, because we're serious about prime contractors utilizing our small businesses. So therefore, making sure you have the right paperwork, you're filling out everything that's needed to include our small businesses. That's what the meeting is about on tomorrow, learning the right paperwork to turn in when bidding on Metro's contracts, especially as it relates to the small businesses and the small business documents. So that's just a plug.
Are these in-person trainings or virtual or a hybrid?
These trainings are virtual. For the most part, we're 99.9% virtual. However, we have several workshops that we realize that is more effective when they're in person, such as the Meet the Primes that'll always be in person. Our Meet the Buyers were, since 2020, they have been virtual, but on the 6th of March, we'll be having a workshop in person, Meet the Primes, Meet the Buyers in person. We're bringing that back in person for a season at least. So most of the time they are virtual.
And one of the other major programs that Metro actually created is the Interagency Mentor Protege Program. Tell us a little bit about that program.
The Interagency Mentor Protege Program, I'm not going to be a little selfish and say that Metro created it. We had a lot to do with it, but it was like a partnership. And there was a partnership with 4 other agencies. And it's called the Interagency Mentor Protege Program. And in inception, Metro ended up being the first one to carry it out to make sure we had the Interagency Mentor Protege program. But that's inclusive with City of Houston, Houston Community College now, Port Houston, Houston ISD, and then we have a couple more partners that are coming aboard. But the Interagency Mentor Protege Program exists so that the firms came to all of these different agencies saying how they wanted to do work with all of us. So what we did was we came together saying so that in order for all of us would not put on the same programs over and over, we came together collectively to be a help to the small businesses, to bring opportunities to show them how to do business with the government. And in doing so, we give them a mentor at the end of the program. So that's what the Interagency Mentor Protege Program is all about, giving small businesses some tools to learn how to do business with government agencies such as Metro, Port Houston, even Houston Community College and the City of Houston. So that's what the Interagency Mentor Protege Program is composed of.
So Shurronda, tell us a little bit about the requirements to participate in the IMPP program.
All right, in order to participate in IMPP, you must be in existence for 2 years. You must have a revenue of $150,000 to $4 million. You have to have at least 4 employees, and you must be certified or in the database of one of the participating partners of the program.
It sounds like a great program. Can you tell us some of the success stories that have come out of the program?
It is an amazing program, and as often some of the students will say, or the proteges will say, and us as participants and partners in Mentor Protege, we realize if a person never gets a contract with anyone, it's the knowledge that they learned and the relationships that were built. However, we did have some amazing stories. We had Peyton Coffee was in HEB. They started being HEB. We had the Urban Circle. Once they graduated, they're unstoppable. They learned tools from the program to help them learn how to be it. And so they've been winning contracts with Metro. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Urban Circle does something with Houston Community College. And so we have so many stories like that. And then we have stories, especially in our last class. Our last class we were on, and there was an opportunity, appeal opportunity with Metro. And we happened to talk about it in the class. And one of our construction firms, proteges, for the first time, took the chance to bid. And guess what? Won the opportunity. So we're talking about success stories like that, building your confidence. At one point, he wouldn't have bid it, but because of the tools that he was given, he had the confidence to go after it, and he won. So it's a great program. Great program.
And also one of the benefits of the program is being partnered with a mentor, a larger firm that has done business with one of the participating agencies.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty helpful to them to keep them growing and learning.
Right. You're right, Veronica. That's one of their biggest reasons for joining, to get a mentor. But little do they know the value and the relationships that were built along the way. They tend to love that even, more as well.
Well, we have talked about certification and we've talked about the Mentor Protege program. Let's talk a little bit about procurement as a whole with Metro. How would someone get involved in the procurement process at Metro?
You said how? Okay. Let me be honest with you. Doing work with Metro, and I often say, is a marathon, it's not a sprint. However, once you learn how to play, you're in it for the long haul. So I encourage you to make sure that you're looking at our opportunities, attending our workshops when we blast them out or when we share them with partners. Make sure you're attending the pre-bid conferences because they're virtual and now we're back in person. You have an opportunity to network with potential primes. So that's your way in when it comes to procurement. And remember, if you're not able to bid as the prime, there's always on eligible contracts going to be a goal placed on that contract. And for the most part, it's a 35% small business goal. So I encourage you to do your homework, look at our website, look at the opportunities that come up weekly. And our opportunities are now housed on our website for 30 days. When it hits the street, it stays on for 30 days because we listen to you, the small business, saying that it's not enough time for us to bid because it comes on and then it's off in 2 weeks. Well, it's on for 30 days now. So we really would love to see you doing work with Houston Metro.
So tell us a little bit about your website. I know I've often been in trainings with you and you have highlighted different areas of Metro's website. Tell us about some areas where small businesses can gain more information on Metro and the opportunities available.
That is a good question. We have a great website. It's www.ridemetro.org. And on our website, we now place anticipated opportunities. We place large projects that's coming down the pipe. And so if you look on our website now and you're in construction, you'll see about 10 construction opportunities that's due to hit the street, within the upcoming year, or if not this year, next year. But It lists the projects, the amounts of the project. It's just phenomenal. It also shows you who's done business with us in the past. And as a subcontractor, you would have an opportunity to reach out to that contractor to say, I notice you've done business with Houston Metro. If you're bidding on any work with them again, I would love to help meet that small business goal. So we have those kind of visibilities for you. As stated earlier, we want to make sure you're not just willing, but we give you some tools able to make you able to do business with us as well. So our website is kind of user friendly to show you, even it shows our workshops, our workshops that we have. You can go on and you can RSVP 3 months ahead of time before the event even hits the street if you like. So that's how user friendly and helpful our website is.
Shurronda, in closing, tell us again why it is really important to utilize our local small businesses.
It's very important to utilize you. We want to see you working here in Houston. We're local, and we would love to have local businesses winning contracting opportunities to help us here in Houston, help our economy, and just to build you up and give you hope that this is what you're doing as a small business, and there are opportunities for you. And we don't want to have to go different states all the time to find work when we have capable firms right here in Houston that can win our contract. So with that being said, we hope that you look at our website, start doing business with us. If you're certifiable, we want you to jump in that pool. We'll get you certified in 30 days. We want to do business with you, and we want to see you doing business, even if it's not with Houston Metro.
Well, Shurronda, thank you so much for coming on and enlightening our business community with all the opportunities available at Metro. I know if there is someone interested in doing business with Metro, they can reach out to you or find you out in the community working hard, because you are always there pounding the pavement and doing the best job that I've ever seen done for our local business community.
Wow. Well, thank you, Veronica, and kudos to you too. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. For It's Your Business, my name is Veronica Douglas. We hope you enjoyed our program today, and we will see you on the next one.